morning and welcome to, what day is it? Day 15 of Vlogmas. As you can see, I'm in one of the classrooms right now because this room just always tends to be warmer than my office. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day today. I have another meeting today, but this is actually a meeting that I've set up and that I really want to go to. So this meeting, can I prop you guys up? Prop you guys up somewhere. That'll work. So now I can drink my coffee. Anyway, so so part of what I do, right, as lab coordinator here is I'm in charge of like maintaining all of the lab manuals and like updating them and, you know, writing new experiments and stuff like that. And up until now, that has been a very sort of iterative process where, you know, when I came in about 2 years ago now, you know, the state that these things were in was just really bad. And so I, you know, reformatted them. I did a lot of work to kind of fix them up. But the problem is that, you know, you can make a bunch of changes, but then you have to wait an entire semester before you know if those changes should be kept or not, right? Because you have to get all the way through the classes. So I think it's been about 5 semesters now that I've been, you know, doing these iterative changes. And I think we're finally at sort of a stable point. And so ever since I came in, what we've done is, again, because the manuals are changing so much, is we provide them to the students for free as PDFs, and then it's their responsibility to print it. And this is a problem, right? Because students, you know, it's like the smart thing to do would be to print the whole thing out at the beginning of the semester, bring everything with you every single time, because then, you know, you're never going to forget anything. You never have to worry about like, oh, I'm out of printer ink, right? You've already done all of it. The problem is students don't think ahead like that. They think right now, right? They're like, okay, well, I only have $1 to print right now, so I'm only going to print today's lab. But then they print the wrong lab or they forget to bring it. And all of these wouldn't be an issue if they had like a physical lab manual that they had to buy, right? Because then if they showed up with the wrong lab or without it, it'd be like, well, there's nothing I can do for you. Whereas right now, there's always the option like, well, can I just print it here? So I've been wanting to get these things physically printed and make students purchase them ever since I started. And, you know, part of the issue is that if I go through the school bookstore, which is managed by Barnes & Noble, they want like 3 months. They want them like 3 months in advance or something. But the problem is that like that puts me midway through the previous semester when I have to start making decisions about the next semester. And so I was like, this is just, I can't do it. This is untenable. So luckily I found a printing place on campus, or it's not a VCU printing place, but it's a small printing place that partners a lot with the university. And they're like, yeah, just give us a couple weeks and that's fine. So today I'm meeting with them to figure out like how this whole process is going to work and what I need to do and all of that. But I'm feeling very positive about it. And I'm feeling like I think this is going to happen. I think this is going to happen for next semester. And I would also just much rather, you know, the nice thing is that we, from my understanding, we don't have to put any money up front, but we also won't get any money from it, right? We're not selling them the printing places. So they make all the money off of it, which is fine because it's not like we're making money off of it right now. But I mean, there's probably going to be 1,000 students coming through these labs in the spring. And so let's say they make $5 in profit on each of these manuals, like that's $5 grand in profit. And I'd much rather give that to a smaller, you know, like family-owned printing place versus a big soul-sucking corporation like Barnes & Noble. Just me personally. But anyway, so I'm going to spend some time this morning trying to get the numbers for like how many students are going to be in all these courses for the spring to make sure they can actually put out that many manuals. And then I have my meeting at 10, so I will probably check back in with you guys once I'm done with that at lunchtime, and I'll let you know how it went. That sunlight, though, it's harsh. It's a harsh master. Yeah. So I am just getting back to my building after my meeting. It went really well. It sounds like what we want is basically exactly like what they already do for another department on campus, just maybe at a slightly larger scale. But yeah, it's really great because, you know, it's one of those cases where I get to just hand something over to someone who already knows what they're doing, and they will just do it for me, which is sort of rare with my job because typically I'm the one who has to figure things out and be the expert. So it's always nice when these opportunities arise, and I'm now out of breath from climbing stairs and talking, so I'm out of shape. But yeah, so it's now about, it's getting close to 11, which means it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and then clean up all the labs that I haven't taken down yet since it's the end of the semester. And then I get to just have a pretty chill afternoon. So I'm also making good progress on my Advent socks. I will probably check back in with you guys once I'm done with today's stripe on those. As promised, I have my up-to-date Advent socks to show you guys. So these are both of them with the stripe from today in. So I think last time I showed them to you guys, I had the heels done. So this stripe here, this one, is my chocolate peppermint bark yarn, which was yesterday's stripe. And then this stripe here is my hand-dyed yarn that I used to make my latest sweater, the really heavily modified poly. And so it's this blue sort of hand-dyed yarn. And yeah, I'm up to date. Pretty excited, really loving how they're looking. I actually started weaving in the ends, some of the ends on this one. You can see I didn't get all the way through, but this is a little pile of ends that I have woven in. I figured, you know, if I take a couple minutes and try and catch up each day with weaving in the ends, it won't be quite such a job later on, because that's a lot of ends. Hello! Red chair time, closing out the vlog time. Yeah, I've just been having a pretty chill night, watching some YouTube videos and working on the dotted rays, but it is 8:10 now, so I'm going to close out the vlog and get it edited, and I need to take out the trash can, because I think something in there is getting stinky. I have like a vague sense of like something is wrong here, and I think it's stinky trash. That can't just be me, right? But anyway, yeah, so today was a good day. I'm really happy with how the meeting I had went, and, you know, got some other stuff done, and I feel like I'm really setting myself up well for spring semester, because I've realized that, like, so I get January 1st and 2nd off of work, and then I'm taking off the 12th to go to Vogue Knitting Live, and then school starts the next week, right? So the classes start for us on the 16th. And so, you know, like, that is not a lot of time that I have after I get back from winter break and before Vogue Knitting Live. And so I'm like, okay, you need to push it and get stuff done now so that you don't, because there will always be things that are going to pop up at the last minute. And so I really am trying to, like, get everything predictable out of the way so that I'm ready for the last minute things. But I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get this edited and keep working on my dotted rays, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.